everyone. I apologize for the gap between making videos and everything like that. I told Morning Havoc, who asked me the question that I'm going to address in this video, that I was going to make a video response tonight, which was like 3 days ago. Not a total lie, I did make a video response, but it was really like blabby, not really to the point, and it was long, and I just wanted to be a little more concise. Specifically, the question that was asked that I'm going to answer, pretty much. It's like a bug bite. I always get bug bites in the stupidest places. Morning Havoc asked me, how did I become vegan, and what made me choose to live the lifestyle? Well, this is, I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for bilateral symmetry, and so when my shirt's uneven and stuff like that, it does bother me. And inside note, that's why I part my hair on the side, because if it was in the middle, I would just obsess about symmetry all day. So, okay. Anyway, to help me stay a little more focused and on task, I'm actually going to read myself. I, excuse me, did a Tumblr blog entry in January of this year called My Vegan Journey. And I'm just going to read it because it does have a little bit, it touches on the whys and stuff like that and the how. And it's, even though it's from January, it pretty much still rings true. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it. I'll put a link to my Tumblr below. Please keep in mind, it is vegan-centric. So I know not all of my viewers are vegan, so just know that if you go there, don't be like, oh my god, it's all vegan stuff. Well, duh. Told you. Okay, so my vegan journey. So sorry, I'm going to be like looking down a lot, but I do need to read it. Okay, my vegan journey actually starts several years ago with a delve into vegetarianism. About 4 years ago, I cut meat, all meat, out of my diet, but kept on with the ovo-lacto consumption. For those of you unaware of the lingo, a lacto-ovo vegetarian is someone who does not consume animal flesh, but eats eggs and dairy. I did pretty well on it, despite substituting everything with beans. That's the best way to gain weight, not know a thing about what you're eating or doing. I was cutting down on the consumption, and therefore demand, for the products of the inhumane meat industry, and while I admit that I went about it in a blind way, my intentions were good. We all know one cannot exist on good intentions alone. I was successful as a vegetarian for several months, then I floundered. It was just a matter of time before I had the occasional chicken again, then sausages, and then burgers. I was back on the meat train and I felt guilty. Meat train actually is, sounds a little sexual, so I was back on the meat train and felt guilty. At the time, I was starting a new, I was new relationship, someone who was very anti-vegetarian. That's kind of non-applicable anymore. Forget any sort of self-identification I had developed. I didn't want to be weird. So in the name of normalcy, as well as swallowing the blood and bones of defeat, I embraced an omnivorous diet once again. I've always considered myself an animal lover. I want nothing more than to live in a world free of animal testing, exploitation, and cruelty. If I could have one wish, that would be it. Fuck world peace, we can work on that. But animals and their welfare have always been a cause close to my heart. So bearing that in mind, how could I say all of this, claim to be an advocate for the fair treatment of animals while consuming them, wearing and using products made from their bodies and skin, use things that inflicted intolerable, unimaginable pain on fellow beings who are just like me, just like the dogs I share my home with. These conflicting emotions ate at me. They really did. I lost sleep. I felt like a failure. Then something inside of me changed. I had finally made the connection of sentient being equals humans, dogs, cows, pigs, chickens, cats, rats, beetles. After reading a bit into it, gaining knowledge and support from one particularly brilliant friend, Luke, and watching a series of Gary Yourofsky speaking at Georgia Tech University, I decided to go vegan. I'm going to link down to Gary's speech. It's pretty good, so please watch it. Cold tofu. On October 31st, 2010, I was an omnivore, and on November 1st, which is National Vegan Day, I was vegan. And it says, although I'm only going on my 3rd month, I haven't looked back once. Well, this was in January, so it's a little more than 3rd month. I think I'm on 8th month? I don't know, my math sucks. I've met with criticism, teasing, and tons of questions. I've answered them all to the best of my ability, but I didn't even have a real-life vegetarian friend. This is actually interesting. I'm still going to read this, but then I'm going to talk a little more about it. Let alone a fellow vegan that could relate to me, that I could vent to and really have them understand. A little bit after I went vegan, one of my best friends did too, so we at least have each other for support. Well, never mind, I won't touch on that because I just did. Way to kill my own climax, eh? I've never lived to eat, so cutting meat, dairy, and egg out of what I have eaten is not a problem. The only real issues I've had to deal with are social ones. Fortunately, I've networked and met tons of fellow vegans who have helped me navigate some of these choppy waters, and I know that there will be rough seas ahead, but I'm confident in my steering abilities. I am living my compassion, and I love it. That pretty much sums it up. So what led me to veganism was wanting to live my ethics. Just believing that animals are not ours to exploit, ours to use, ours to determine why they exist. That basic belief is what led me to veganism. Just wanting to live what I felt and what I thought. Basically practicing what I preached. And what keeps me vegan is knowing that I am making a positive change. I'm teaching people and kind of making them a little curious about the way I live, the way I eat. And once they see how easy it is, they can't, and it's not any more expensive, Once they get over that crap, then they're a lot more receptive. And I try not to be, depending on the audience, because some people will respond well to kind of like what people call vegangelicals, where they're like, blah, no, vegan, but some people don't. So, part of, one of the cool aspects of being vegan is figuring out psychology, like how people think, how they react, why they react certain ways, why people get all defensive, why people feel like they're being judged, and why people automatically put up a wall and dismiss you as a crazy once they find out that you don't eat animal products or consume animals or wear them or anything like that. It's the best thing I've ever done. It really is. I feel wonderful knowing that everything I do, everything I use, no one had to suffer and die for it. And there are a ton of just like positive side effects. The medical benefits. I feel wonderful. I'm not taking in any bad cholesterol. Stuff like that. It's really great. It is seriously the best thing I've ever done was to go vegan. So I hope that kind of answered your question. I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm already at a little over 8 minutes. So I hope that works, Morning Havoc. If not, just ask me again or something else, and I'll be happy to answer it. Everyone else, thank you for watching. And I will talk to you guys later. Alrighty, so have a good night. Bye.